Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
I've been doing stretching and whatnot while you were waiting.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Also, I am here, and Jess is here, and we're the Lawyer Brothers.
We're the Lawyer Brothers.
Also,
And
congratulations, Dolly,
attorneys
on
are
being
getting-
first. Congrats, Dolly.
Congratulations.
We're trying to ruin your sleep schedule, by the way, Ren. Also, why did you? Okay, so now we have to stretch, hydrate, and check my posture. I'm going to stretch real quick.
I did all those while you were gone, so I'm good.
And now I'm going to bring us to the room. I didn't put the game to to get captured. Whoops, let me fix that real quick. Oopsie daisy.
That would be a good idea.
Because it was on Tekken 8. Visa's Gantz?
What do you mean? It's just me.
Oh, definitely redeem the Ara Ara. Let me hold on.
For which person and which voice? Gotta be very specific.
We both gotta do this. Gant want the bant?
Chant went the band.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what we're calling it now, sure.
I'm gonna do mine, the default one, because I've got some announcements to make.
Oh, bye.
You test the game, good wish me luck. Good luck, babe. Was that too close to the microphone? Chat, I don't care. Anyways,
Yeah, ask the question immediately, like, take it back. Okay. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a request.
What's your request there, Peach?
How to recap what happened last time.
Oh, snap diddly. Okay. Let me think here. It's been a bit.
Yeah.
I remember anyway, we were checking out the evidence room to make sure that we can check out what happened in the crime scene.
All right.
We also got some like I think it was aluminum dust and some like spray. The aluminum dust was from Edgeworth that you could use to look at fingerprints.
Right, yeah. I
And the
remember that.
spray was used for Emma to look like some luminol. Make sure we can find the blood. What we gathered is there were two like IDs that were in the evidence room that we have record of. First one being an unknown like user. One and the other one being from Miles Edgeworth around like 440, if I recall correctly.
Oh, that
We
Miles.
also put together a very strange urn with some blood on it, as you do. We also found out from Jake Marshall that the big case, the SL1 incident or something like that,
Oh.
big Edgeworth case and whatnot, that was what got them started to begin with, of like being like getting turned down as detectives or getting demoted, or in Angel's case, getting like fired. So, I'm gonna see if I can remember anything else. Oh yeah, we also found the bellboy. Apparently, Edgeworth calls the bellboy to his office to deliver tea.
Bellboy
specifically. So,
Appreciation Day.
we got a real like nice, like, cheerful update from that. On account of me like tormenting him with Gant, as I will continue to do so.
When you turn it to Gant, you like sit down and you get really small.
I want to make you feel comfortable.
That's fair.
Too intimidating. What else was there?
Well, I mean, if that's
Anything
it
other
is,
specific?
I think that's it for now.
Well, maybe.
We'll just get a jump scare from the plot as soon as we open up the game. I
Yeah,
do have a couple
we
of-
gave Marshall the questionable meat steak.
Yeah, it wasn't questionable. It looked pretty decent.
I mean, the ingredients were questionable.
Oh, well, that's fair.
And apparently, we were talking to the chief detective, who wasn't even an actual character. He was just like some guy from like the background that we pointed and talked to.
Yeah.
Talking to David Gant about Goodman's possessions. So, also a note, I might sound stuffy this stream because my allergies been acting up all day today. So, I apologize.
That
if
is
I'm not
fair.
100%. But I got coffee. So
I am
water.
very much a chaos potato. I agree with that. Announcements. First of all, I'd like to say Happy Pride Month to all of us. Hooray! Second of all,
Yay.
as you noticed, I'm only doing 2 days this week on stream schedule because last week I did 6 days of reading streams and that was very painful for my voice. But I'm doing better now. However, I've just come into the knowledge that Deltarune comes out this week. I've been waiting for that game for a while now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
There might be an extra third day of streaming. Who knows? I will let y'all know. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be here. This is why we're only doing one Ace Attorney day. I'm sorry about that. And we are finishing Spearfair this week. And if anything, we'll start Deltarune on Sunday, because that was supposed to be the game that we're going to start here. I didn't realize that when I took my little break, it would be this week. I kind of forgot. But that's it. Just, I forgot. Do you have any announcements, Jess?
I'm also doing 2 weeks, like 2 days only this week, because I am going to go to Alberta for a family gathering of importance, so I will not be around for the majority of it. But next week, I should make up for it because I have a lot of days off to enjoy, so hopefully I can catch up with streams then. But in the meantime, I'll be doing the collab stream tonight with Peach, which I should probably remember to put in my Discord announcement so people don't forget.
Yay.
And probably a community night tomorrow, depending on what we do. So that'll be the gist of it there.
All right. Now, without further ado, Day 3.
Yes, indeed.
It did not work. I'm sorry about to hear that, love. Okay, this is where we left off, I think, right?
Yeah, it was literally like the continuation. This was like the next line.
Was this literally the first line? Because I'm out of the loop here. What she's talking about?
Well, I mean, the line before this was like District Court number 2, time and date.
Yeah, but my tablet did, so that's how I knew. Okay. I don't. I try to announce everything on Discord and on the Twitter and on Blue Sky, but I forget to do it on YouTube, which I should do more often. Anyways.
I hardly use Twitter anymore myself, so.
I use Twitter for. I can use Twitter again now that I don't have spoilers for Can't Wait, but I might have to stop using it again because of Deltarune. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are.
We all are.
Impossible. After all, this is you as older sister.
Okay. Also, the Discord thing doesn't work. I think you guys will have... Somebody will have to invite personally in the link, because I haven't fixed that yet. But I should. But yeah, somebody just has to put a link in the chat, and then they'll do the Discord thing. But for now... The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Oh my god! You're actually here. I thought we were just reminiscing.
You know, if you, like, check the dialogue, like the name of the dialogue box, you can see them there in the window. We probably know.
And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Lana? Lena?
I think it's Lana.
Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I mean, I can see why. I hope they didn't hold you up too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. Oh,
So you're Batman.
I might be Batman, Mr. Wright. You don't know that.
Batwoman, more likely.
So, how'd it go? Does Mr. Wright suspects?
Why did you turn into a lot of heart there for a moment? Marcel's getting to you. Get your head out.
The country is within me.
These just intertwine and jangle. How'd it go? Oh, guys, it's me, Lana.
It is Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain?
Police are clueless, so not much. So nothing has changed.
Yeah, nothing has changed. What do you mean
nothing
by
has
that?
Changed at all.
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you. Much to my regrets, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky. So basically, plea bargain in this case is like she'll tell them everything she actually knows, and so she won't be executed for it. Instead, she'll just get a life sentence.
You are now on all 3 of our servers. Welcome to the shenanigans. Nothing really happens in my server. It's very messy in there.
You have joined the trifecta.
But it is home sweet home.
So that together will make the ultimate orange, honey, and peach infusion.
Yeah.
We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Barbecue sauce and like ribs on the ground.
That sounds like Jake.
Bones and ribs. Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. Barbecue-stained fingerprints, to be exact.
What kind of barbecue sauce?
You know, it was all like, it was hickory smoke.
Can I be honorary Canadian? I don't want to be American. Oh my God, so real for that. That's what I did. I'm an honorary Canadian too.
I mean, I guess in the case like that, just show me a bottle of maple syrup on my Discord chat, and you'll be
That's
fine.
what I did too.
That's technically how you become a Canadian, I guess.
Anyway, go ahead.
That's the trump card I have on my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're gonna have to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
I don't play cards. Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
It's not my fault I like solitaire.
Hey, we're so close to my birthday. Well, like a week or two after my birthday? Or like a week.
Which one?
Right.
You have so many.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
I'll do you one better. I got some poutine. Oh my God, I want to try poutine so bad.
In regards to like the comments people have made of me, like the judge sounding like what's his name from Psychonauts.
Oh, I forgot his name. You guys told me last time though.
It's like Ford Crawler.
Is that bacon? Is that bacon I smell? Let me get that bacon.
I love bacon.
The fence is ready, Your Honor. Ooh, crispy or crunchy?
Oh, crispy or crunchy? That's not the same?
No, one's crispy, one's chewy.
Oh, you said crunchy.
Or no, chewy or crispy is what I meant.
Crispy? Come on. Gotta be crispy.
Jail.
What? What? But why? What's wrong with crispy?
I love me some nice juicy chewy bacon.
You blasphemy! Blasphemy!
I'm sorry. Are you the lawyer? Are you the lawyer here?
I'm a wizard.
That's not going to do you much in the case of
And
law.
a scientist. I'm adding a lot of jobs to my repertoire after this game.
Is that honey pepper pork boar bacon?
The prosecution is.
Oh, he's using his psychic abilities.
I'm afraid you have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain in both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it?
No.
Nothing isn't real yet, is it? What's more, the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and that body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow. This is one messed up trial.
You tell me about it.
In comparison to every other trial we've had so far.
This is more of a mess.
Now I see why in the first case, Phoenix goes like, that trial's a fairly simple one. This person was murdered in her apartment. All the other ones now just seem like a whole banana pudding parfait of just chaos. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe a way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what set Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. I don't wait a line.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? What the frick happened over there? The body just pulled a Houdini. Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
Hmm?
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh.
Things are getting wild from the get-go.
That's. Hi.
I gotta be. Hello, sir. Would the witness please state his name and occupation?
Oh, is he gonna have trouble with this again?
Oh, most likely. Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is that would be murderer, sir.
Oh my God, Meekins, you're not making this easy.
Meekins, you freaking idiot.
Meekins!
Why would you say that?
I'm
I
writing
knew
your.
I knew this guy was an idiot, but shakers.
Mr. Wright, I'm writing your last will and testament in this notebook.
No, I'm not dying. He is.
Oh, his, whatever, it doesn't matter.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the judge is supposed to be biased. Well, never mind, he admitted it. Well, look, yeah, well, that your first mistake was trying to assume that this game had any logic to it. There is none. There is none.
Hey, can you check the court record real quick?
Yes, sir. Where are we going?
Profiles.
Uh-huh.
How old is Meekins?
Meekins is 22.
Good boy.
He's
Continue.
the brightest.
It's not the sharpest knife in the crayon box.
Did you read this?
Yes, I did, but do you want me to read it again?
Yes.
Well, too bad. Continue anyways.
Okay.
So you're telling us you're the professional killer?
Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it!
Oh my God!
Oh my day. It's a shame this guy isn't our client. Oh no, I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You gotta believe me there, sir!
Actually, what we like.
Sir, what I would like to call part of the younger generation, sir! The person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend!
Please, Mr. Edwards, sir. Help me, sir.
Officer Meekins. Yes, sir! Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir! As you wish! After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir!
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Crime report. Sir!
Oh, so is there a fire alarm going in your house?
No, it's just the little crackle from the radio. That's what they're referring to.
Gotcha. I was like, I heard them beeping. I was like, that's not mine, is it? My fire alarm is right next to my
Wait,
microphone,
if there is a
so-
fire alarm, maybe I do need to change my fire alarm? Huh. I haven't noticed it. Maybe I just gotta pay attention.
It might be worth paying attention to. Just gonna lie. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. If this sounds familiar to you, the voice I got inspired by was that one worker from Monsters Inc.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. What a rip! I was only doing what I was trained to, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Meekins would never lie. Send him to jail.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
You have an interesting family, Meekins.
I feel like a lot of these people have interesting families in this game.
I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. They knocked me upside the head, sir.
I shall have that.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with.
That's code for we gotta press him. Hella hurts.
We're gonna press them.
We're gonna press him like a
All
panini.
Press some of their fingers on the index point, like all around his body. See where his joints are and how easily they can break.
No, you weren't, Meekins.
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Oh,
What?
oh,
Yikes. There's a scary thought.
That's I don't know how that works.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
Ah, a noble task.
the Blue Badger.
Yes, sir. The lovely police master created by the chief of detectives, sir.
Yay!
I thought you made that, not the chief of detectives. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. That's a little guy.
Silly little guy.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. Then I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, that's why you were sent to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got...
Part of me thinks it's cute, the other part is horrified. I think that's a natural reaction to the Blue Badger.
I need to remind myself to be a little bit louder when I talk. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir! I have one right around here in my neck. Oh wait, that's my tie. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? You okay?
Yeah, I was just trying to move my arms.
Could you please put us the number?
I'm surprised they allow him to keep that thing during the court session.
I mean, it's not the first time we've had somebody bring something bizarre to court.
That is true. Very true.
I remember, like, somebody had, like, something very... I can't remember specifically. I mean, Angel brought all those lunch boxes
Yeah,
and
Angel
several
brought a bunch
pieces
of
evidence. And evidence along with it. Cody had like a sword.
Yeah, Cody had a straight up sword. They brought a parrot.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, sir. It's 4. It's 4, 9, 8, 9, 5, 9, 6. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? But the number 4989596. It's shown as being used twice.
Huh. There's our extra information we need.
Well, that explains the 2 people there. Or the 1 person. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time I used it was relocating the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
I'm guessing I joined too late because I have no idea what's going on. Basically, Ren, a murder happened, but apparently it happened in 2 locations at the same time. It seems that the guy that was murdered and eventually found in the back of the trunk of somebody's car.
Dangerous car.
Yeah, it seems that he was murdered in 2 places at the same time, which does not make any sense. Right now, we're literally trying to figure out or make sense of this entire case because it's kind of a mystery. That's basically what's going on.
If you want a recap or like to catch up, feel free to check out on my Discord. In the video channel, I have every single video that is posted from Peach's channel of this playthrough. I highly recommend it if you're, especially since you're like, this is like the 3rd case or 3rd trial, or no, day 3 of the case anyway. So
Yeah.
And the second time is when I went to the go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I was spotted the man on the security screen.
Data, ID card.
IDs of all who entered that room that day. So you were attacked. Could you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked like as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. You just, like, Mika's charges at you and you just hear, like, let's see if I can find it here.
Hello, sir. Day 3? No, it's day 3 for sure.
Stop, sir! That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms around him like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe you just kept your cool if your hand... Maybe you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life. Then I did it.
No, you didn't.
What exactly do you mean when you said you did it? I don't know the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't know the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun around and performed a disarming maneuver.
I don't believe that.
I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
Oh, I love this guy.
That doesn't sound like a proper disarming maneuver. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in the sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in my face, sir! After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Hold it. We're gonna smack you too.
But what time did you regain consciousness? No, sir. But how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Hey, go look at the clock when you wake up.
Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Congrats.
Well, you can all rest easy now.
I believe now we have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. The only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
Hmm.
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell.
I'm sorry, what?
Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
Ah, it's always Gant.
It's always Gant.
Oh my god, there he is.
The chief delivered it?
What is that? A videotape?
Don't we use DVDs?
Yes, sir. The contents within are very, well, I don't know, sir.
You think he would use DVDs? Or USB, maybe?
This was 2001.
That's fair.
Back in like the other day. Also ran. Wow. They sent me a bottle. Well, actually, no. That's a bottle of Mrs. Buttersworth. That's not true maple syrup.
Lies, deception.
You're gonna have to reestablish that. To be fair. Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. Videotape shows us the security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. I was told that had been mistakenly erased.
That's because Gant is evil! Sorry, I needed to get that out of my system.
Wolfie, you better eat your sweater.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. That's the only thing I'm really good at.
You know what? Yeah, sure.
It looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering this victim.
Really funny sentence.
Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me.
Oh, movie night at the courtroom, everybody? Popcorn?
They bring in that like old school like VHS TV that you have in like your early elementary school days.
Everyone gets like a bowl of popcorn.
Ooh,
Nice.
wait! I got a bowl of almonds, of like a bag of chocolate covered almonds right now, and some chips.
I don't have any snacks. I do have a banana though. I can go eat a banana.
Potassium.
Mmm.
Eat the banana peach.
Banana.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into?
Oh. This is kinda scary.
Oh, it's just the blue badger. Oh, there's a good man.
Where is this camera position? Why isn't it positioned higher in the room? Why is it there? Why? Oh, hi, Meekins.
I'm going to kill goodness.
Sounds like the blue badger to me. Meekins, what are you doing? Oh!
Obviously, whoa there.
Oh!
Oh dear. Oh no. Okay.
That was cool.
Oh, wait. It looks like Meekins got murdered.
Meekins is dead.
Well, that was
That just made me question the competency of the police force, because like, why wasn't that thing in the top corner of the room?
Well, to be fair, Meekins probably put that there,
Oh,
but didn't realize the security camera was right in front of it. He did say that he put the blue badger there to begin with.
I thought you meant he put the camera there, which would have made more sense.
No, he put the blue badger in front of the camera for whatever reason.
Ah,
Probably to make sure that nobody was going to steal it, sir.
read your line, Jess.
Mhm.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing.
You know, we could use some butter for the popcorn.
How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
Huh? Why did it move so much? Like
I think
literally messing with.
I
the
think it's
control?
healthy to be honest and open with ourselves and confess our true feelings. Mr. Wright and Mr. Redford, please be honest. For once in your lives, just confess. We all know it. We're all thinking it.
They're both confused about it.
They just like slowly turn to the judge, like, what the frick?
What are you talking about? Slam.
What the heck was that wiggly piece of plywood?
I'm back. Welcome back, Dolly.
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. I'm actually surprised that Edgeworth's like cursed. Even though I've seen like Phoenix say like damn, but
Darn.
still catches me off guard. Curses. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly?
This is your entire life, Phoenix. All your cases have been like this.
Why does it also seem like Phoenix is like 90, like almost like 80% of his sprites during these court cases
Valid
is him sweating
response.
bullets?
Valid response. The Blue Badger is kind of terrifying.
Again, Detective Gumshoe made that. I can't hate just something Detective Gumshoe made.
That's so true. I love Detective Gumshoe.
Security video.
It's a videotape of the video.
Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone. in the evidence room and sort of activity, Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Miss Officer Meekins? No! Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
The mystery man.
Mystery.
Known as
mystery man.
the man who brings the mysteries.
His face can't clearly be seen in the video. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir.
These people don't know how to turn receipts around. I'm not surprised that they're fooled by a terrible disguise.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. Dr. Goodman's locker.
So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with its own fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have just been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix. Let's look for some contradictions! And that's true. His face can be clearly seen in the video. Right? You can't see what he is. That's not really a contradiction, but like
I will say there's only one thing you need to press, but you can do what you want.
I mean, he's technically right about this and wrong. Like, it's not him. Like, you're not sure 100%.
We know, like, it's not him, but we don't know who it is.
Yeah. Which that's true, right? That's true. Is that true? I don't remember that.
I'd press go back to the last one there.
Oh, the very last one?
The very end one. Press him on that one. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. Man's face.
I found my favorite addiction, chicken broth straight. Chicken broth straight? I love chicken broth.
I mean, chicken broth's good, but do you heat it up at least? So, sir, if I may say something, sir.
No.
No. Oh. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. Keeps throwing me off guard with that.
Yeah.
My unsettled state can testify enough to me, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defendant can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check that court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video?
There is a problem.
If you want to check it, you can, but yes, there is a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape,
There's one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
The doctor kind.
Oh, I love that character. With his big old, like, mystic cloak.
I knew you would.
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Objection!
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edward.
I propose that we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out.
Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence.
Nope, it's 2 a.m. and I don't want to heat it up and drink it straight from the container. That can't be good for you, right?
I mean, it's got like chicken parts in it, I guess, or something. Just be mindful, I guess. Read the container just in case.
I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video?
Yes.
This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's as easy as lifting your finger and telling them to stop and then pointing out that it's wrong. It's not rocket science.
I mean, in like the game and DS version, this it seems easy enough, but I can only imagine like how this would point out in like real life. You'd be like, it's like that one scene from The Incredibles. You know, like that one teacher trying to like write out Dash for like putting a thumbtack in his chair.
Right there.
It's like there. Wait, right there. Right as I'm sitting down. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he's pulling up, but as soon as I sit down, there's a tack. Coincidence? I think not.
It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and try to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
We're watching it 20 times.
How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates this man may not be Detective Goodman?
Okay. This is a weird set of controls. There. There's a man. The music doesn't pause. No, it doesn't.
Why would it?
I hate that. I hate you, Blue Badger. I hate you, Blue Badger. Oh, glove.
Rewind. Like, rewind like 10 seconds before this. A little more. Like, what you want, like, 32 seconds into the video.
I didn't realize that there was a number there.
Yeah, right there. Go to your court record real quick.
Checking the court record.
And then go to the evidence locker.
This.
Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Go back to the video. That light's already on.
Oh. Oh. I didn't realize that. That's good to know.
Yeah, I picked the light. light above Goodman's locker right there. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this.
And he plays it, and the creepy girl comes out of a well. 7 days.
Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir?
No.
As I understand, the locker apparatus works like this. Well, why is the music still playing?
We like that music.
I guess. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
You and the clown is in their room.
If I'd summon Jack here, I'd be able to do it. If so, then there's something very wrong about this picture. Seriously wrong, in fact. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier.
Not that, sorry.
Let's reload to the beginning of this day. Here, notice the light?
This? It's already lit.
Hell yeah, this party's lit.
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Yep.
He's like, did he just handcuff his neck?
Did we just cause him physical pain by pointing out the truth?
I mean, have you seen this game already? Pete?
Yeah,
We
I
do that
know. I
several
ask this
times on a
question
regular
every
basis.
time. I know.
Every time we point out the truth, somebody gets a heart attack. It's like a Street Fighter sound effect, like.
Cargo. Order! Order! What's the meaning of this?
We're just playing Street Fighter.
Not in my courtroom.
Okay.
The TV was used to sample the video, not play Street Fighter 2.
Man.
It's very simple, Your Honor.
Mind crush.
The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. It wasn't locked during the day. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down.
Nope, it was the glove. I'm pretty sure the glove didn't let it close correctly. The glove fell out as soon as he opened it.
I mean, you're right on the money. But you probably have to point that out in the game.
Of course, I'm not an expert on this.
That's a fair response. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why was the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yes. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. Oh my days. Pete's literally just explained it, you smooth brain
You
idiot.
smooth brain.
Stop making Pete's look better than you, Phoenix. You're better than this.
What?
What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Finally come to an expert. Someone smarter than you, Phoenix. Huh? Well, maybe something like jam the system sensor.
Something jammed the sensor? Say. There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Ah, now you're using your brain cells, Mr. Phoenix. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
How do they keep reading my mind?
Very well, let's inspect the video once more.
Science.
Can you
Max.
imagine, like, every time, like, Phoenix has, like, an internal thought, in reality, he's just, like, muttering the words out loud.
The judge should not be thought of as a novice in the court of the law. Well, ours is, and he's really bad at his job.
Well, I don't really know any lower, like, level lower than a novice.
Oh, B says, so wait, is the blue
Let's
text?
inspect the video once more.
Or him whispering to himself. I think it's his inner thoughts, the blue text.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to, like, when he's thinking to himself. Because sometimes, like, you usually see when he's like this.
I literally know what it is already.
Dang it, Tang, you didn't even need to tell me. Or I didn't even need to tell you. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
Thank you. But did Emma just read his mind? Yeah, science. Science, of course. Scientifically, I read his thoughts. It's really easy. It's all on his face.
Music.
Watch this.
A video.
Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, ow! It's been my experience that things fall out of my locker. Things fall out when doors are opened. I have to fall out rolled in great distances, and we can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
In
Hi,
Low
Wolfie.
Gang. Hi, Wolfie!
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It's nice to see you again, buddy. This white thing was inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie.
You need to stop doing that, Meekins.
I can't help it, sir. I have the urge to inflict pain upon myself to relieve my stress. It's a problem. 2 or 3 things I get to, 2 or 3 times I get stuck in the door between when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. And that's the way I'm gonna say that sentence.
Whoa. I did not.
You said the door closed and my tie chokes me.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to be it would also have to block the electrical circuits. I cannot talk today. It would have to be an insulator.
Well,
It would need to be an
insult me.
insulator.
Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene,
There just might have been something like that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out.
well, would the defense please present the relevant evidence? What is this insulator that might have got stuck
We
between
have
the locker
it. Do
door?
we not?
There
There it is, right there.
it is. An extremely thin rubber glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
We can't be sure that was the victim's locker. That was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Yeah. One second, I need to do something real quick.
No worries.
Stuffy. I have a very stuffy nose from allergies. It ruins me.
The allergies are bad.
The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker.
I burped, I'm sorry.
Somebody's clipped that soundbite. Is this not so, Mr. Meek? Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir!
Order! 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 So we are to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
No.
Objection!
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The victim has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir! Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir.
Nope.
Stop hitting that button, sir!
I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke?
This whole court is a joke.
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mystery Man. Ooh.
There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Good.
It's so good.
To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing that struck me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for the transfer. Why are there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Can you read that thing Whoopi wrote?
I know I've had brain cells in there, and then we're out here, and then there, and then now it's out here, and then it's the sheriff, and I just remembered we're out here. What I want to know is, where's the evidence room? What I want to know is, where's the mystery man?
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
All right. Prepare to get pressed like a grilled cheese, my man.
Mystery Man 2. We can actually present evidence on a specific thing.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
It's not that one. No, like that's not the right statement is what I mean.
This?
No.
Thank you for petting me. It doesn't work on here though. Ah. Not the same. Not the same.
It's something. I believe it's the next one. Yes, that is not the case because we found that in the like parking lot.
Right. What do we present? The ID card?
No.
The ticket?
No. We should have a report of lost items. I think it's that.
There. Right there. The Goodman's lost
just
item
check
report.
it real quick. Check it real quick to be sure.
This is the one, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
Take that! Give me a good take that.
Who knew that the chief of detectives saying like, oh, this is the only thing I didn't send to Damon Kane. It's not really useful though. Here you go. Well, how about take that?
Objection!
Oh, with objection apparently.
Objection! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir.
Not really good at a lot of things, Meekins, but we still love you.
That makes one of us. I have the victim's ID card right here. It's weird that you would report they would use the like lost item thing rather than the ID card, but I'm curious to see where it goes. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm at the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present.
Meekins is a wet, starving cat noodle of a man.
I'm a wet, starving cat noodle man, sir.
The leader from a junction sir.
It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report? It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure. But there's a high probability. The day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought, though.
Oh, my favorite.
The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. I think Meekins' stance stuff is like angled. Can't imagine how you do that.
Order! Order! Does the prosecution have a response?
Please don't shake your head.
I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Please say GG.
Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo?
Alpha? Alpha Bravo Charlie.
Oh, that's where you're going with that.
Shadow the Hedgehog is a...
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes? What's he up to? 5:11, last time I checked. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive to a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, and the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed confident by pointing in your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Stop pointing your finger at us.
You've been doing it all day so far. It's only my turn.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edwards.
Mom said it's my turn to wave my finger at people.
It's not even like fully extended. It's like just like a half-headed like finger wag, which is more insulting in my opinion. The evidence has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant.
Man!
The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Are you okay, Mr. Phoenix? You kind of like took physical damage there. What was that about?
Oh, it's natural. It's fine. The other testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
Well played, Mr. Edward. Well played.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where does this person disappear to? However, this trial's pursuit is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Obviously, we're going to object.
Object!
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor.
Phoenix starts spurting blood from his mouth like he got DBZ gut punch. Mr. Wright, what the heck?
Kakarot!
You hear the instant transmission? I can't do it from my hold on. Hold on. How do you do that sound? You know the sound.
What are you going on
The
about?
sound.
Oh,
the
you mean like the old, like when they like do like a warp to
instant
like
trans-
flash to like
yeah, the phew.
the bachu as you call it. You know, bachu.
You know what I meant to do. Is that a kitten sneeze? No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dolly, I'm sure Dolly does too. They're a
Yeah.
big Dragon Ball Z fan. Need to just sure making sounds. We all make sounds here at the Ace Attorney. Everybody here makes sounds. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecutor's trap.
Tell him.
What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. And what else we're gonna say about it?
I don't know.
Okay. However, it cannot be said that this is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Oh hey, Dolly just sent me the sound effect you were talking about.
Oh, the instant transmission? Yeah.
I don't know how they make that sound effect though. The science behind it and whatnot. Here, I'll just do this for you real quick. There you go. Make that into a soundbite. I don't know.
Thank you.
Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Defense demands further explanation into the truth of the matter. Examination of the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor?
This court would further examine this further. Other witnesses would be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident in the police department to be unrelated. We've not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
Uh-huh.
It just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Did you just say we're gonna call a Texas Ranger to the stand?
Texas Ranger to the stand.
She did it. She did the thing. She read his mind.
Stop doing that, Emma.
Mr.
There's enough
Wright,
people prying into my mind already.
do you mean?
Your Honor. The defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. Truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
What?
Very well then, Mr. Wright.
Y'all don't need more. I don't need any more vocal stims. Pikachu, the strong candidate. I have a lot of vocal stims. Steamy Western man.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I have vocal standards too, I guess.
This person who you say will have testified. What is his or her name?
Damon Gant. Emma Sky. Put me up there, Mr. Phoenix. I got this.
Obviously, we're gonna add Jake Marshall. to
Jake
it.
Marshall, I guess. Okay.
Texas Ranger from Los Angeles.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. Feel like we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is supplemented.
I think, I
Subpoenaed.
think it's subpoenaed.
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 It's a really weird word. Subpoenaed.
Not one that's in my regular dictionary.
Soup.
Sus.
Hello, raccoon. Hi, Asher. How you doing?
Put that gant back where it came from, or so help me. So help me!
Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. Everybody bring out your lunch bit and your lunch boxes.
May I have a recess too?
Sure.
I
get
want a
myself some snacks.
banana.
I'm feeling a little peckish myself.
I want banana.
You want potassium?
Potassium. I'll be right back. Chat,
All right.
behave yourselves. Oh my god!
I'll keep a watch on him.
Brand new. Brand new.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your gate. Oh, hi, Jess.
Hello.
I am,
Go play.
I have a banana. Oh.
have chips.
Oh my god, thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you so much, Asher. I appreciate that.
Lovely little.
I love banana. Oh my god, do we have peanut butter? Banana? Oh my god, peanut butter and banana. So good. Hi, Spard. Welcome in. How you doing? How?
Hey, Peach.
Yeah, what's up?
You know that it's February 24th, 11:32 p.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 2.
I think I know now. I think I
There
know
you
now.
go.
Anyways, did you know it's time to read? Also, can I ask a question? Why does
What's-
Lana have like medals again?
I mean, she's a chief prosecutor, so she's probably earned some awards. Why did Edgeworth get a trophy, after all?
Why are we not getting paid? I feel like I don't know, lawyers get paid decently enough. Why does it feel like Phoenix doesn't?
I mean, Phoenix somehow is able to stay in business, so I'm assuming that the writers, like, it may not, like, have it, like, shown in the game, but he does get paid somehow.
It's doing good. Some Ace Attorney gameplay. That's right. We're playing Ace Attorney. Ansel, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Our crew.
The Peach Crew, Raccoon Renegades, whatever you want to call them.
That's something. We have a name at some point. I have so many.
There's only 2, as far as I've known.
At least no one's made jokes on Lana's first name. I don't think we've. What jokes would I make about Lana? Am I saying Lana right? I think it might be like Lana. Lana?
As far as I know, every other person I've heard like say it in like games and like the show is Lana.
Lana it is. February, ma'am, it's June. It's June for us, February for them. There's no stopping you there, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Whoa! Sorry, it's just for being a banana. Emma, do not speak with your mouth full.
I'm a scientist.
You're the one who knows everything. Emma, don't eat with your mouth full. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
I mean, that's fair.
That is fair, but it's also our job to kind of like protect you. Judge, the court finds the defendant guilty. Any objections? Too bad.
Wait, no. I had something to say.
How can you be so
Just drinking
cold?
coffee.
Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Forget Phoenix, but me?
But hey,
Yeah!
hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Nah, what's up, buddy? It's our favorite guy.
Good old Gumshoe pulling in a classic Jess move. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Oh, you left.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe? What is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around all while on duty. And top it off, you call me Ian. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Valid. Sorry, detective.
You bet me, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Stein. What the heck happened? The music changed.
He realized that it was the chief prosecutor. That's what happened.
Hey!
That's okay. So have you brought what I asked?
Oh! You mean this, right?
No. My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? Never in a million years would I have thought you would have asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident?
There's always an incident, there's always a file.
There's always another...
This is just case 4, but another version of it.
There's always a bigger fish.
I played all the Ace Attorney games before, not all the games, but some of the trilogy. This is our first time playing together. We're gonna go through all the games eventually, but at the moment we are still on 1.
No spoilers.
No spoilers for the
Feature's sake.
please. But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that
I
case.
can't believe you, Jill, the master of unlock.
Miss Sky was a witness? I don't know why, but every time I look at that, I keep thinking like a sandwich.
What, the SL9?
Yeah, like all those files and whatnot. I must be getting
Maybe
hungry.
you're probably hungry.
I wanted to make some rice beforehand, but I don't have enough time to boil the
I have
water.
a banana.
Files for the Joe Dark killing solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with those serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you stuff, you're gonna just ignore me?
We'll never ignore you, bud.
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
They didn't want you to find out like this, Phoenix. I killed a man. 2 men. Maybe just 3.
That explains why you drink luminol.
Delicious luminol. What? My name's in there? I don't know unless... No, it couldn't be. Lena, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lena. That's over with, no! Oh, she's gone.
Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere.
I'm back to us.
Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. No, wait, Detective Gumshoe, I was gonna ask you to be my assistant for the rest of the case.
No.
Come back.
No movies? I'm out of here. Oh,
No, it's like movies or snacks. I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma.
I have a feeling that what it is, Bees, is probably gonna end up being something like they were involved in the case as like related to the victims or something. That's what I'm assuming right now. I'm just assuming in my head.
Well, as far as we know, like Emma and Lana are sisters, but
Yeah.
we don't know their parents or anything like that. So Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence.
Knowing you, you might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
We better take a good look at this file.
Are we gonna get the chance to? Oh, never mind. Because it's to be continued.
It's
Saving the
weird because, like, last time we had, like, 4 hours worth of stuff before the last to be continued, and this time we only have, like, an hour and 40 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
Pacing this is kind of odd, but we got one half of the trial left to do.
It might be February.
Real quick though, I'm gonna go get an apple
Oh, yeah.
because I want to.
And I'm gonna get comfortable in my seat real quick. Gotta make sure the cat's not around here. Because the cat likes to get underneath the chair sometimes. I don't want him to get squelched. Yeah. Okay. I'm here. I have to move my... I'm trying to put my bangs underneath my headset because it doesn't let me see clearly. Goodman? More like Watchman.
I've got my apple. I'm good to go.
Nice. I love apple. Oh, Emma's gone. Emma just took off.
She ran. She ran real good.
Oh, yeah.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Are we gonna get a chance to look at this?
I mean, we can right now. Close. Perpetrator Joe Dark. Crime, serial murder. Sentence, death. The crime is a foul existence. The sentence is death.
Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight,
Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jay Bates, Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall.
That's interesting.
Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Witness Lana Sky, Emma Sky.
Oh.
Executive investigators Damon Gant, Lana Sky. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. I feel like since Lana was a witness, she shouldn't be in part of the investigation. Team,
This is Japanifornia rules. They don't follow all the rules.
What am I saying?
Here comes the song.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Is he allowed alcohol during this?
I'm pretty sure that's Faulkner. Occasionally helping with elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
That's like a lot of drinks for just like a tiny flask.
It's hot.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
Jake Marshall.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edward described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall. Let me ask you something. I must begin critics there for a moment. What's happening with me? What's wrong with me? You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? Also, you have a knife in the courtroom.
Yeah, you can't do that. What the hell?
That's not allowed. What's he doing?
I don't know. I'm not surprised anymore. Nothing matters.
Despacito soul is as boundless as the desert sands.
Despacito.
A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. That brought back some memories. Some memories of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemons, you see. Maybe it's best we got on with this quickly. Please share us with your testimony the day of the crime. Just in plain old English, for heaven's sake.
Old English, did I say?
I can only imagine like Don as like a witness in this game.
They would also have trouble getting Don's name.
I want to see that happen so badly. Please, somebody make it.
Witness, state your name.
Witness, please state your name in a big page.
Verily,
thy name is the most famous fixer on the west side of the city. And she just rambles on for like 10 minutes before she actually says her name.
Mr. Edgeworth, the witness you brought forth, his head is just a clock on fire. What is this? Who is this man?
Make him British, says Dolly. British cowboy?
British cowboy. Okay, all right, fine. My job was to keep a very eye on that Boone orchard. Yes, quite. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. Well, that ain't my style, you know. Fine. Besides, the room is protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon on the time it went down. Just an innocent traveling man. So if you're out of ammo, that's all I have to try. Yes. Jolly good.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude, or your accent for that matter.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Ooh, got him.
Dang, son.
Got him.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of new fandangled doohickeys are those?
I don't believe he doesn't know.
He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders.
Are we sure Mr. Marshall isn't guilty because he just murdered the judge in broad daylight?
Everyone knows their weaknesses, don't they? Now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? The way you see those legs tremble underneath that desk every time you look at that there yellow belly.
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Gay! The gay button.
My job was to keep an eye on that bone orchard.
Huh, what are we questioning exactly?
How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interfered with recordings. Interned the recordings. You interned them? Videos of nothing that ain't useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing unusual is recorded. Tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
You guys aren't allowed to be gay. Oh, I'm taking everyone's gay away. I'm becoming the main gay. I'm consuming everyone's gay, and I will become the main, strongest gay.
With enough power, they would become the most powerful beast in the land. And then, just then, they might actually achieve proper height.
Yeah? Yeah, I guess so. Wait, did you read this? I
did. You were too distracted by the whole...
By consuming everyone's
sexuality.
Yeah!
Actually, no, that sounds like a bad idea. I don't know if you want that. Each time I erased a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic. It isn't going to do him any good. Though in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room.
I don't trust anything
You say I
Jake
was
Marsh
supposed to
says.
make the rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
You're not doing your job? You're just straight up not doing your job.
I mean, when you get downgraded to be like a patrolman, you probably don't want to do that anyway. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I mean, I have, but it's very hard to understand what you're saying. I told you, it ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand.
I did not cut himself with a knife, to be fair. I have seen people... Oh, dude, he was shaved with the knife like that, or he used to.
Oh yeah, back in the old, like, classic days. Usually got like a razor or like a knife to cut their hair. Makes me think of, like, Mortal Kombat X. I remember seeing, like, Kano do it. As like a thing he uses. No desperado, I know less rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set a foot in that evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. You know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I've been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired?
And they pity him.
You need some coffee?
I could use a coffee. But I'm staying away from
You used to be a detective. So you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism. Sorry, partner. I'm good with machines. Couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
What?
That's quite, incredible. The circles on the lock handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. He mentions it. Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is a relevant crime. Can you tell us when you were doing the crime, when the crime took place?
If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. That is false. What were you doing in a place like that? The spaghetti was called the wet noodle. Not even able to steak lunches could beat that parlor's Vogon Spia pasta. I have no idea if I said that right.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
An old desperados eat tacos, partner.
That's not what I meant. I hope this is a bit less. I hope this at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. Usually where Edward says, "Did you not want to raise this? Do you not want to raise this here?" Go back on that.
We can present
Unless you want to
something,
press the last one. Yes, because not that. Should be at the very end, if I recall correctly.
Marshall!
Yeah, Marshall's fingerprints right there.
Objection!
No,
Nuh-uh. Your Honor,
officer.
you weren't even there.
No, he was there.
Your
But we're trying
Honor,
to-
he was very there.
That's more like it. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind the crimes, behind at the scene. To be exact, a handprint.
No. We must hydrate, Jess. Hydrate!
All right.
That's good.
Problem is, the roof, because of my allergies, the roof of my mouth is very itchy.
Would be like that.
It's real good.
The hell is
partner.
that?
Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crib. I pay my respects. That is, I make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my hand fingerprints of being there.
Objection!
If only, I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
YEEHAW!
Witness! What's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the scene, they were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall,
Did he have spurs? Yeah, he did. He did. Bro had spurs and
I've
everything.
got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Jingle.
This guy has like even his detective coat has like those little like tassels at the end of the sleeves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy is totally decked out to be a cowboy. It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I think you have an exclamation then, Officer Marshall.
Bro, please do not say something like barbecue sauce, cause I will indeed cause a fuss.
About the blood-stained fingerprints.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
Like I said, kids are cruel, and I'm very in touch with my inner child. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be left in that evidence room. Well, they just so happen to be in the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
That makes more sense.
Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it.
Huh.
Also, I just had some nice ribs beforehand, so my hands are covered in barbecue sauce.
Your Honor, kill him.
Very well. Let me just let's see if I can find it here. There we go. Good.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Got a good aim from this position here. The witness's explanation appears valid.
Didn't you know, chat? Only the judge can kill somebody legally.
Yeah.
Although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
Now's my chance to prove it.
Bloodstained
Time to do some-
fingerprints.
Time to do some pressing.
Press him. Yeah, press him. There we go.
That's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happened to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from that programming. He must have been using this fingerprint lock all this time without even knowing it.
Huh.
Founded his own locker. One of them just so happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained hand. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Was the mine? It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happens. This locker where my fingerprints was by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue it's the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner.
I can't.
Well, that's too bad. It's gonna be critical on your aim then, in that case. You ain't gonna get no reward from me for a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated.
Yeah, one thing
Get one thing gay, partner. It's June after all.
I tried to speak and my words mushed out. Oh my god, it's really funny.
What are you trying to say?
Get one gay, and I said goon.
No.
Why?
I can see why. Get one thing goon, partner.
I'm pressing him.
Good? You don't have to for this one, but unrelated. They're as different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal.
Hmm.
One's got to do with breakfast, while the other type's got to murder.
It's Pride Month, partner. Time we transition. What do you want us cross-examine like gay testimonies? What?
Drakeish. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. How didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
You can press this one.
Yoish.
Yosh.
How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up with the reports. You almost skipped my
I'm
dive,
sorry.
partner. They shoot you for that back in Texas.
I'm not scared of you.
There was a blood stain at the scene, though to be left by the murder. Report to be left by the murder. That's right. It's found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Marshall's happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
No.
The picture? The seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. As long as my trail isn't in there, you can't see otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully what you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
Was it?
I mean, we can press. Above all else, press.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's not pressing.
I tried to press the button.
You pressed the wrong button.
Forgive me.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me down this? You want to tie me down to this crime? Isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. That video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Like the one you have, Judge.
Things that you can't see. Cameras panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. It's on delayed because like the stream. When Pete's streaming the game to me, it takes a little bit for the dialogue to pop up on my mind.
I'm sorry.
That's not your fault, that's the internet. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Objection!
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, you could show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present. Please do so now.
Can we?
Show evidence.
Oh. We can.
Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
He points at his facial hair.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. Or you might up being you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Not battering you, I'm doing this because I love you. Platonically.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
Alright, I'm locking in.
I think it's going to be a little later in the video. No, keep going.
Hi, Meekins.
I said later. No, keep going.
Really?
Yep. Hold it!
Oh! I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. Hold on. Wait, you're right. I never noticed that before. I thought that was just part of the scenery.
You see what I saw?
Yeah. I didn't realize that just appeared. I didn't realize that was just a thing that appears.
Like how you realize that you get all giddy about it.
It's just
Ooh, contradiction! Ooh!
I get so excited. I get really excited.
Pause it there.
There it is.
Take that!
Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. Days are short in Texas, and so are tempers. Do some of what you have to say in 8 words or less. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Love this thing.
This is a good theme.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video for a bit. Hello, it's me, the Blue Badger.
Hi, Blue Badger.
There's Meekins over there, he's unconscious. It's not there.
Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. One of my locker was open. Doesn't mean I was the one who opened it. Murder needed to hide something. He opened the locker and stuck it in. Not my fault he happened to choose mine.
Orders, you say? Is it pizza time? That's what I've been saying. I've been saying, like, every time he says order, I'm like, what are we ordering? Like, pizza sounds good. I'm also a big fan of burgers. I could go for a salad too. I like those too. Or some apples.
Your Honor, I just finished Nights at the Pizza Tower. No pizza can be had here anymore.
Okay.
Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Cupcakes are good.
Oh, cupcake
I
is
haven't had
good.
a cupcake in a long while. I haven't had a cupcake in a bit. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. You're the only person who can really open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say open that locker. Now prove it. Well, why don't we just go to the locker?
This one, right?
Yeah. So basically state like, yeah, you need your fingerprint to open it.
Oh.
Fingerprint sensor?
You're looking kinda flush there, partner.
Beef jerky in his hand there?
We
We talked about this earlier today. Lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, I think the gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, locks aren't all that obvious. Even some people down the course that don't know that the fingerprint, about the fingerprint locks. If I could talk right, that'd be great, pal. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got one word for you, partner. No!
He looked like he got shot right in the chest.
You just got shot in the heart.
Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
You can share that.
Olay! Please answer the question.
Olay? What?
Why did you say that?
What is it?
Olay!
Merry Pride Month, Marshall.
Even Figs is questioning it. What is he now, a bull rider?
Bullfighter.
All right, Officer Marshall. You skipped my dialogue, so I didn't have a chance to read it. That's right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure out the rest from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for a victim to hide the evidence. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
That's so, then. Where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
The V.
What? At the V?
The V.
Take that!
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There? But that's where the victim Detective Goodman was.
Yep.
Correct. Unless the man was Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Objection!
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene.
Okay, to be fair, he's not the most reliable witness.
Again, this seems very reminiscent to the third case we did, where they saw the Steel Samurai. It was the Steel Samurai that was him. Again, that's just a get-up. Once he saw that man's face, he knew for sure.
Objection!
Let me point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. What happened to the evidence room? I happened to show his card, sir. Yes, and then how did Detective Goodman respond?
He certainly pulled a knife on me!
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. The man had his ID card. Why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would needed it. He would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized that man isn't Detective, or wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Nom nom nom.
You've got quite an imagination, partner. We've got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you got hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. That's the second time he's done that.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as a victim and that he's an absolute prick?
Do we?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have evidence like that. I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. You're the one who couldn't take the dessert. You're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
The dessert heat.
The dessert heat. This can't be happening. It's so obvious he has one. What can I do? It looks like your lack of expertise has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was still starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me.
Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box. That doesn't help.
shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Rather, she should look for evidence that came about when he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance he might have been discovered later, as it says been. Which means he originally didn't plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime.
There needs to be more audio RP where they just actually try to kill you and ruin you. Stop threatening me with a good time and just do it. What are you talking about, Kathy?
Why does that make me think of, like, Eno going like, why is everyone hitting me so softly today? Quit with the hitting and just finish the job!
After then, the crime was committed. He opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that his white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that.
That white cloth. Is that what was in the muffler? No, wait, the muffler was in the muffler.
No, that was a scarf.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I made connections that I thought it sounded cool in my head.
That's okay. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions.
I feel like it's pretty obvious, Peach. What do you mean, Kathy?
I haven't even ended, so the video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at this security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had it. Okay.
We're back to the clown music, everybody! Let's go!
Show us why the witness had to open his locker.
I'll go a little further. Go like 20 minutes ahead. 20 seconds ahead, rather.
I think I know what we're looking for because I saw it earlier. They didn't point it out.
Meekins get stabs.
This injury right here, the blood on his jacket. Right?
You go to one more second.
It's that, isn't it?
Yeah. That looks pretty significant to me.
Yeah. It has to be that.
Show it.
Take that!
Oh, my soul!
For some reason, you describe yourself as Detective Goodman.
Hi, Twinkle.
And you entered the evidence room, though I don't know what to end yet.
Goodman? Goodman.
However, something unexpected happened.
Ah.
Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. The white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid your coat in your locker. Not bad, partner.
That's all he said.
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Are you ready to stop committing perjury in court? Like everybody else.
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, you're only half as persistent then as you were today. We all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. All right. Seems the time has come. It's high noon.
Bang, 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 bang.
I had to do it that day. Couldn't just stand by and let it die. I saw the detective's ID and dressed like him. Planned to take out the evidence. Wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. Wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So the supposed victim was really you.
There's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. No one was murdered. And how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is the donor. Way too much blood for a small donation.
We're cross-examining him, bees.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, if we just go with this, we still have the problem of who actually killed Goodman. Because otherwise it's just going to default to, oh, it was Lana the entire time.
I'm
We can't
telling
have
you, my theory from before is that it was Angel Star. Because she could also, if this is about disguises, she could fall off Alana if she wanted to. Wait, where are you? Why'd you turn to Gant?
I would press every statement in this case, to be perfectly sure.
Hold it!
When you say it, you mean the pause menu.
I'm sorry.
One of these days, you're going to override your save and we're all going to be sorry. You even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transfer of that day. Have I anything to say about it, or do about it for that matter? That incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When the case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
Why? Okay, I'm sorry. Can I just spit like a random theory here? He's so
By all means.
obsessed with the case because one of the victims was someone related to him because they also have the name Marshall, Neil Marshall. So my theory is that they were trying to figure it out, right? And So I don't know why they killed Goodman, but him and Angel Star ended up killing Goodman. So my theory is that he went in there to retrieve whatever the hell he went to go do, because I don't even remember anymore. And then, you know, things went awry with Meekins, so he fucked up and we found him out. But then he made it back somehow to, I don't know how you would do this, but maybe he's the one who took the photo as Angel Star dressed as Lana? I'm just spitballing here. Also, I have to dub something now. Okay, I'm good now. Okay.
I love how
What
passionate
song
you get
is
in this
this,
game.
Kathy?
Here, I can do it for you.
Okay, you do it for me.
All these thoughts run through my head. Arms on fire, frustration
Getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang.
on my devil trigger.
Oh, Kathy, hold on. Oh, that's what it was. All these thoughts running through my head. Arms on fire, veins burning red. Frustrations getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. I'm not saying that last part.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Anyways, my brain was thinking. I just had to say it. Let's go.
I mean, good for you. I mean, like I said, I love when people get really passionate about this game.
I'm also dancing to the beat. You guys can't see it, but I've been dancing.
I mean, I get like that when the objective theme or the quarter theme comes in. So, yeah. Why didn't you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? We didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer. I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card?
I saw that the morning of the incident. It really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card.
I don't believe that.
Left it on the floor of the prosecutor's office parking lot. That checks out.
Mm-hmm.
The ID card I found was left by Officer Marshall. So essentially, man to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. You can burn them off, though, as previously discovered last trial. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
I want my points back. Well, sadly, Kathy, you're a mod. You can just give yourself the points back. You can do it if you want. I'll allow it.
Wolfie, your sweater is safe. For now. He could, but he could because that rubber glove just so happened to get stuck in the door. I mean, Detective Goodman must have been in the locker before Officer Marshall.
And the key person to knowing who put that glove there is going to be whoever's freaking ID is 777777.
Script 7-7. 7 times, 7 times 7 or 7 squared. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. You can't just don that. I can totally Don Quixote that.
Don Quixote?
Verily, is I, Damon Gant.
Father?
I guess, Dawn and Wolfie are my kids now. Well, this is interesting. Put down your bingo card there, son.
I'm putting it on my bingo card right now.
I only plan on being in the evidence room for no more than just 5 minutes. Didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person.
That's
Isn't that the truth? That's
like
the
the
most
mean
like
thing to say.
relatable thing that Judge has ever said.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I have to think a little bit more about his raise this year.
Oh no!
No, that's a good thing.
Okay.
When did Edward get so much influence?
Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slack. I'm so sorry it turned out to be that way. With me knocking him out and everything. Who am I kidding? That guy sucked anyway. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one?
I don't.
Wait, is that actually his knife?
I don't know if that's
the
the
knife
knife.
he used?
I was thinking that, but
The same one? What? Oh
I
my
was just
word.
thinking that.
Phoenix, you and I truly are alike in this case. My goodness. I don't even know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out, and
I hope he cleaned it for his own sake.
Freaky.
And that, the blood of Officer Meekins is a nice aftershave. So you did your research beforehand. The one who got into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. Didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape was erased every 6 hours. If it had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
The slasher.
However, you bloodied your coat with your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room and came out, it would have been love. Love of my locker and stashed in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
so what you're saying is, on that day,
Wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
Hold it!
But the blood found in the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me. And I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't.
Oh.
Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
Huh.
what? Mr. Edward, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Oh, hold on a minute. I just realized something.
What's up?
Remember when we went to the precinct?
Uh-huh.
We saw Detective Gant talking to the chief detective.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what they were talking about?
Oh, you're right. That's probably what it was.
Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? By the way, partner, it's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID? Injuring a police officer? This This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. And that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, kids are cruel, and I'm very in touch with my inner child. This isn't your case. This one is mine. I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
Witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
Can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
Hold it!
That case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dog was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is that he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dog case. It involved several serial murders, didn't it? Or Captain Crunch.
Don't intend to complain about how it turned out.
They killed the Trix Rabbit.
You just imagine just being like,
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. And understand.
What?
isn't that the slogan for the tricks?
I think
Tricks for the
so.
kids?
My, would you look at that, partner? It's the consequences of my own action.
There's something that still bothers me. Something went down that drive. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should have presented with something I think is his real reason.
Oh, Sue, 'tis the consequences of mine actions.
Forsooth, 'tis the consequences of mine actions.
It seems everybody's actions has consequences of their own kind variety.
You friggin' freaks! Don't you know that your actions have consequences?
I have a feeling we wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at those files. Go back to his last statement. And then presents him with the books. The big stack of papers.
This one, right?
Yes. Because you already know why.
Objection!
Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sound like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
Damn.
That's coffee, actually.
He's so MOA.
I have no idea what that means.
Consequences of my own action.
I think I remember now because one of the characters literally speaks in like anagrams or acronyms. I have the SL9 incident file here. Just imagine just him just like bringing out this big stack of papers and just slapping it on.
Where
his
the hell
desk.
did you get that?
I keep it in my coat pocket, like all my evidence. Name Marshall is mentioned in here. The list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that name. 2 years ago.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
whoa.
You received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor?
You must have been talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SO9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
He was my brother.
I had a feeling.
He kind of has like a, I wouldn't say cowboy. He looks like an outback cow, but I can see it.
He was also a cowboy.
He was
That's crazy.
He was also a cowboy. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gaines and the deputy chief of police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh my. Joe Dark. My brother fought my brother fought Dark and was killed. It was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned. He was arranged, or no?
I think it might be arraigned.
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records.
What do you mean?
How many times has the judge said that this whole, session?
A lot.
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Duck. I knew my brother better than everyone. He was not proof. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Hmm.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. You're getting sent to the doghouse.
No.
Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. Detective Officer Marshall, what happened to you?
Woof, woof, partner. That was the last day the SO9 case would be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him and rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecution's office. This fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that.
So if no one was murdered in the police department on the day of the crime, it means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
I don't think so.
Objection!
But wait! It wasn't reached in yesterday's trial,
Objection!
which is why we examined the incident in the police department today.
What?
There's only one reason the defendant could not be convicted yesterday. It is yet to remain the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me, the boys got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our third murder took place in the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lorna Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is incontestable.
Oh, it's not!
Shakers. You have a response. Make it a single word or less.
Objection.
I risk my case.
It seems this trial has finally reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Disproving the alleged murder of the police department. There's no doubt. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. I didn't realize it would end up proving Lana's guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Hold it!
Oh shit! Where did you come from?
Emma's back!
Hold it! It's my turn to speak. I'm back.
She jumped from the jury.
You know, this happens a lot more often than usual in this court.
You're absolutely right. You're 100% right.
Your Honor,
It should be...
Your Honor, he wasn't even there. Your Honor, wait.
Why do you keep saying that? They so happen to be there. That's
No, they
what
weren't.
want us to
No, they
prove.
weren't.
Emma!
Hi. Hi, Kathy. Hi. The defense has an objection. Scientific objection. Right? Oh, I clicked on the thing I shouldn't have clicked. My bad. Hold on. I'm getting used to this.
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright. Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Oh, no, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
Very generous. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it.
And mentioning it.
Names of both Sky sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. Though I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found in Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints are found on it, right?
Whoa, you spoke so fast. No, but I figured out I examined it scientifically. I'd be sure to find the clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
But did you find something?
No.
Oh. Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please, don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just an attorney.
An ace attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. I can't find something wrong with them. Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident in the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
And Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, I can't be more useful. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
I'm gonna be honest, even I don't remember.
Could there be something I'm missing?
Object!
Objection!
His handprint left at the crime scene.
You're still alive. It's 4 a.m. I still haven't slept. Yeah, we're just trying to finish this part, I'm assuming.
We only have a little bit more to go. Clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intensely at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem, Finn?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? I mean, something hasn't been drawn on there. Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of this blood mark.
This pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, I'm gonna be judged for a second. There's got to be something I can use.
Question is, which item can prove something is missing from the floor plans?
I'm looking for it.
I think you already passed it.
Wait, really?
Yes. Check that.
There's a handprint on it, right?
There's a handprint on it.
Is this what we're presenting? Also, hi, Story
Find it
S3!
out.
How you doing, Story? Are we presenting this?
Only one way to find out.
Take that!
I present the blue badger.
What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force.
How you two doing? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Getting kind of tired because we are getting around to the final part of this part. Not of the case. We're not done with that yet. But
No.
but we are getting close to finishing this part, I think. But we're good. I think. Wait. Yeah. Just how are you doing? I should ask you.
I'm doing okay. Yeah. I mean, it's my Friday, and I got like 9 days off this coming week, so
Ooh, 9 days
I'm
off.
I'm feeling pretty stoked.
I'm jealous.
Well, three of them are going to be used to go to gathering at the weekend.
9
And
days
then
sound
come
amazing.
Sunday, I'll be back. So, defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
Well, I don't know. Why would he?
So what happens when we put him in? This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
Hmm.
Well, what? That's right. As long as the Blue Badger is dancing there, it would be impossible to place a handprint in this spot on the locker.
What is happening in this case?
What? This is Ace Attorney, baby!
We don't know what's going on.
We never know what's going on. That's the beauty of it.
So that means, just what exactly does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What do you say? Blood traces were undeniably found in that locker.
Don't look at me, I didn't put it in there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. None of this makes any sense. This is all crazy.
Emma!
These people really need to watch their cholesterol levels. I agree.
How so? Elaborate.
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on the locker.
So I've never seen this blood mark. Was left here before the Blue Badger was
Which
brought
means
in.
the murder happened before!
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
That's a word I haven't seen in a while.
Isn't that like a
Balderdash.
Isn't that a mini game in Mario Party at some point?
That's Boulder Dash, not Balderdash.
Oh, okay.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor. It's the only possible explanation. February 21st in the police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice.
I believe it.
But how? What time was captured on this tape? Taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, which was a traversal amount of blood, from which a traversal amount of blood fell.
Trivial?
Trivial. Problem is, the other time, someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. What portrayed in this security tape was shown proved to be fake. However, Does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you put who really happened, you purport, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
The ID number 77777. It's the only one.
When did the first incident occur? He literally just gave you the answer.
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being caught by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in the evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on this locker proves this.
Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edwards said, proof must be presented.
And I shall present thy proof.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that could show that.
Now, will the defense please present its evidence? Show when the first crime took place.
You know what it's real. You know what it is.
Oh, yeah. ID 777 at 4:20 p.m. Blaze it or something. I don't know.
Take it!
The crime took place inside the evidence room, and the killer would have had to enter. And in order to do so, an ID would have been required.
ID card? Oh, the ID card record!
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel in the evidence room at...
Let's see here, 4:50 p.m. The crime took place before that time, that would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edwards! Just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. Doesn't take a lot of thought to figure it out. You couldn't have been. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminal test that blood was there. However, you see the second crime took place. Both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. It would have been just 10 minutes before the murderer to carry his body away. Clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edwards entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. There's one other card number remaining. 7777777. Talk about a lucky number.
Not in this case anymore.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered it alongside with the real murderer.
Oh.
That's only one plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777.
Mr. Edwards, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 777777777.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
Huh?
What?
Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher.
Oh my god.
Someone who's so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such person's identity.
Objection!
But that's ridiculous! Just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's only one situation which can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against the executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
That's a lot of O's. And there's another one.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I'd appreciate if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Oh?
Lana?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we're looked up into her ID number. It's not 7777777. How many times are we gonna have to say that?
A lot.
Don't blame me a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The SL9 incident?
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
That is a good question, I guess. We just brought her up now.
Let's ask her. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
Please, prosecutor.
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
I got a stuffy nose because of allergies. Cut me, but give me some slack. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana? I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant! Just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. Don't mind me taking your spot in the witness stand. Well, during that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look at me, the investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
I'll answer your question in a bit, Marshal, but they've redeemed the hydrate. So we must drink.
Let me do it myself. I got my whiskey flask right here, partner. Stop delaying and answer my question, you woman.
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshal.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana!
What?
Even if it involved forging evidence.
I mean, it's not like something we haven't done in the whole series of this game so far.
We've done so many things the incorrect way.
The only thing is that when the prosecution does it, that's when it gets like too underhanded.
Yeah.
See? That's what I'm talking about. No. Law's remarks caused such a stir, and the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. Conclusion of the trial to wait until the following day. People are losing their minds.
To be continued.
Yes, indeed.
We went a little longer this time because we know we're not going to be here tomorrow. We wanted to go as long as we could, you know, and just finish this part. I don't know how much more we have in this case, but hopefully next week we can do more. We'll do more.
Well, I'd say probably we got like 4 like segments left within this.
Holy moly, this is a long case.
And the investigation part for the next part, it's looking to be about like 2 segments long, depending on how we go.
Jesus. Okay, we're gonna save it right here.
It's a doozy.
But either way, that was fun, everybody. Was that fun on the bun?
I'd say so. I had a good time.
We are just saving. Hey, yeah, that was day 2. No, because we were already in day 2.
No, this is this is day 3. This is right after court.
Oh, I'm silly. Okay. So here is the plan. As you know, me and Jess are basically we both decided to take breaks or like go on like vacation that's like the same week. So
I mean, I didn't choose to. It was kind of forced upon me. But
no, it happens. It happens. I also took so like, we'll be back next week of Ace Attorney. It was only 1 day this week, so I hope y'all are okay with that. Also, I won't be back until Friday, but that might be subject to change. Because Deltarune is coming out tomorrow, and I've kind of been waiting for that game for years, so I might not be able to wait. I'm very excited. What were you gonna say, Jess? Sorry, I feel like I interrupted.
I was gonna say I won't be back probably until like Monday.
Okay.
But I'll be leaving or be coming back on Sunday, and I'll probably be tired from travel.
Before you wrap up, Peach, may I ask how you liked the end of the Kanto? Was I right about the boss length? I think you were pretty right about the boss length. It was a pretty long one, mostly because of dialogue. I didn't run into too much trouble with the boss myself, although she was giving me some trouble like around the middle because I was like losing the hell out of my clashes. But eventually it was a breeze after that. It was mostly the dialogue. Also, I absolutely love this Kanto. I did not like expect to what's the word for it? To really relate with Hong Lu, what he was going through a lot. It was awesome. I liked it a lot. I still don't know where I'd put it on my Kanto tier list, as I really did enjoy all the Kantos for different reasons. I think it's still too early to say where I'd put it on my rankings for Kantos, but I definitely will say it's up there. Also, Tian Tian is a banger. It's really good. I love Tian Tian. I think that's one of the best out of all the Millie songs in my opinion. I think it's just a bop. Big fan of it. But yeah, I loved it. I loved Kanto 8. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I thought it was really good. So for now, Jess, what's the plan?
Well, tomorrow I'm hoping to get together with some friends or like to do another like community night. I might be doing something just for fun, like I'll probably like either do Fortnite or Disney Speedstorm. All those games are free, by the way. I would highly recommend checking them out. The thing about Disney Speedstorm is they have to be rank 4 to play with friends or online. However, like you can do like 10 races or so, and that'll be enough for you to do it. So don't worry about it too much.
I'll more than likely join when I get back. I will be going to a Switch 2 release. I'm not getting the Switch 2, but I'm going there with Deathmore. my beloved. I'm just gonna come in, and then we're gonna go eat. So we don't really know what time we'll be back. But I'll try to join.
Of course. No pressure at all.
And TNT the Super Banger, thank you for answering. Sorry, Jess and Story S3. No,
It's all good. I mean, you're very passionate about something, and I'm able to tangent about stuff I like anyway, so.
and I love TNT. In fact, I'll probably go listen to it before bed. Either way, that is going to close our stream for today. I will be back Friday. Jess will be back here. If I'm here on time, I'll be back with Jess. But I'll definitely be back Friday to finish Spiritfarer once and for all. And from there, if I do end up doing an early stream of Deltarune, I'm thinking about doing it on Sunday. But that is still to be decided. I don't know. It all depends. Either way, though, once again, I'd like to give a big shout out and thank you to Jess. If you haven't followed Jess, you should. He's a good friend of mine. Does a lot of art. Does a lot of funny voices. And actually, he's appeared in a couple of the voice videos we've done on the other channel. And you know, he's just overall a great guy. And he's very orange.
Oh, I do my best. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be part of this community and to have a good time with you all. Because terror to some.
As for us, we will be taking off. Let's go find somebody to raid, Jess, unless you have a suggestion for me.
I have 2.
By all means, lay it upon me. Rafikins is playing Death Stranding.
I was gonna say Rafikins or Squishymallow.
Oh, Squishmallow's... Oh, what's Squishmallow doing right now? Elden Ring, huh? Okay, which one seems like they're not gonna go offline soon, so we can... so we don't end right at the end of the stream. I'll let you decide.
Rafikins is currently away from keyboard. And Squish is fighting a giant dragon thing.
Yeah, we can raid Squishmallow for sure. Am I spelling this right? I would also like to give a shout out and thank you to all you guys in chat. It's always so fun to come do this with me and Jess because I have such a great time doing these. Also, a big shout out.
You're the reason why we do them to begin with there, chat. Also because I really enjoy Peach's reaction to this whole series as a whole.
I've been having a great time with Ace Attorney, so I look forward to it every week. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to the mods, of course. I'm not forgetting this time, beloved. I'm saying it. I'm saying it this time. Thank you, Defmore. Thank you, Kathy. I don't know who I have other mods that don't like show up all the time, but you guys know who you are. Still, big shout out to you guys. I think that's it. I think I said it.
Are you a mod in my channel? I can't remember.
Am I a mod in your channel? I don't really remember. I think I might be.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, I'm trying to copy Squishmallow's name, and I was having trouble with the copy thing.
All good.
I don't think Squishmallow's calling it a night yet, right?
I don't think so. I mean, they're in the middle of a boss.
Okay. Trying to...
Also know that Rafi streamed for quite a long time. Like, I literally have gone to bed and then woken up and they're still streaming, so...
Oh, look,
Yeah.
he's noticed me. Yeah, of course I noticed you, babe. I'm just a forgetful human being, you know that. All right.
You forgore, but you remember.
I remember. Well, let's go say hi, Raiders. You know the rules. Our rules vary from everyone else's, and they're quite different. So please follow the other person's rules when you can. I hope you be nice, please. Don't do crime. Eat.
They're only
fruits and
little
vegetables.
Can the penguin.
Eat fruits and vegetables. Brush your teeth. Oh, and
Those
of
are
course,
good things to remember.
happy Pride Month, everybody. Of course. I am planning to do some Pride Month stuff this month, but it will be later after I come back from my little break thing. We'll see what we do. We'll see. I already have one thing planned. As for now, Jess, would you like to say anything before we vamoose? Before we skedaddle?
Do unto others as others would do unto you. And don't do unto others before others do something to you. Like Beacon's his family mo.
Drink your vegetables, wash your homework, eat your teeth. Yes, do your outro thing.
I like Five Nights at Freddy's, sir.
You got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Bye, everybody. I'll see you guys more like it tomorrow.
Bye. I didn't need to do my outro. It's all good. And you counting down kind of put me on the spot, so I couldn't respond.
Sorry, my friend. Hey, you watching the VOD. I see you.
Do you
Oh,
think
you're still
safe?
doing? You're still recording?
You think you're safe?
In which case, I could say, stay strong, stay safe, and stay stupendous.
Stay stupendous, strong, and...
Is that what you wanted, Peach?
Yes!